Live Together. I'm Hannah.
I'm Kris.
And we used to live together.
Welcome back, roomies. The gang's all here.
The gang is here.
Hannah is alive.
Thanks for holding down the fort for me again.
Thanks for all your prayers of healing for Hannah.
If you're in the SoCal area, you know that we went through quite the heat wave.
Did that get you?
Yeah, whenever there's like a dramatic change
Heat wave!
in the weather,
Is
when
that a
there's
song?
fires.
You ever heard that song?
When there's fires, my allergies are
Wait, legit?
legit. When the air quality is bad,
Oh,
I feel like that's normal.
It like
for
takes you out?
yeah, my allergies get really bad.
Sorry.
And also it's like a little mental health illness. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm glad you brought that up because today's episode is all about.
You're not gonna ask me what's good?
Hang on.
Okay.
We're not even there yet.
Okay. Why are you leading into the topic?
I wasn't going to.
Okay.
It was a precursor, a preamble, an appetizer, if you will.
Okay.
As I was saying, what's good, my dude?
I haven't seen you in 3 weeks.
I haven't seen you in a long time. Why? Because I was on vacation. And where did I go? Mexico. And where else? New York City. Have you ever been in New York City, Hannah?
I have.
Okay. Okay.
How was it?
It was
Did you have a good
incredible.
time?
I brought you back a little something from New York City.
Okay. Sorry, I'm fixing the curtain. Oh my god, I thought you were about to reveal the present.
And here it is. Ta-da!
Taylor, get out here, Taylor.
Live in Wally.
It's literally just a blank wall.
I literally was like, what could it be?
Here it is.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think's in here?
I don't know.
It looks like an empty bag.
It does.
It's not.
Oh my gosh.
First, let's start with the smaller one of the two.
You didn't have to get me anything.
Well, look at this. Do you already have this?
No.
I was hoping you did not.
Oh my gosh.
Describe it to the listeners.
So, listeners, what we have here is Taylor Swift with her boyfriend Travis Melsme.
Melsme. Travis Melsme.
Tavis, if you will.
Right.
This is going right on my
Your hydro?
Okay,
On your Stanley?
Update.
Do people put stickers on their
update.
Stanley? Yeah.
I'm an Awala girl.
A what? wait, a what?
An Awala.
What is
I
that?
see one right here.
Oh, like that.
Yeah.
Is that the newest thing?
Yeah. I think I have it out there. Oh,
Do you want it?
You want to go get it?
maybe I can show you.
Okay, go.
Yeah, go get it. There's so many different colors and personalities.
Wait, is this a new product?
I didn't choose mine. It was gifted. But I love
Yeah, so you know how water bottles are always in style.
Yes.
However, the brand of water bottle isn't always the same throughout the years.
Okay.
We've gone from Hydro Flask
To Stanleys.
Stanley.
And now?
Stanleys are out. Now it's a Walla.
Let me see this thing. A Walla. Oh my God.
So it will fit really well.
Wow, look at that. It kind of fits the theme.
Yeah, it will fit perfectly, actually.
Hot to go.
Like, I almost feel like you looked at that.
Yeah, actually, yes. I had a premonition of this. A Walla. So how did this come about?
It was a gift from my sweet Aunt Cheryl and Shyla.
We love Sweet Aunt Cheryl.
Because they're up to date with the water
Are
bottles.
they?
Yeah.
So this is the newest trend here?
Yeah.
Is it like a straw situation?
Yeah, but look, press the green button.
Oh!
There's a
Wow.
straw in there, so you can like sip it or you can just suck it right up.
Oh, suck it right up, baby. Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I know. I like it because...
Is it only one size?
No, they have multiple.
Yeah.
No, there's a bunch.
Okay.
I think we have the same size.
Yeah.
How many
I think
ounces is
this
that?
is like
20?
24.
Yeah, 24.
Okay.
But I like it because it fits in a cup
Yes.
holder
and a
in the
cup
car.
holder.
Yeah, and I love it when I'm at the gym because I always get freaked out when my straw was
It's
like out in
yeah,
the open.
yeah,
so
yeah,
now
yeah.
it's like protected.
Now it's protected.
Right.
I
I,
feel
didn't
better.
even think about that.
I
That's
know.
true.
I feel better now.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
look at that's gonna.
It's gonna go right on there.
I'm gonna put it right here.
Yeah.
Actually,
Perfect.
precisely, listeners. I'm gonna put it right
Yeah.
here.
Love
Oh,
that.
that's perfect.
Well, I saw it in the like it was like an impulse buy section. I was like, Hannah needs
You're
that.
coming home with me.
You're coming home with me. And here's your second one.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to do it this way first so you don't see.
Okay.
What do you think it is?
I know it's a print.
I hope you don't already have it.
Oh my gosh, Kris.
I hope you don't already have
I
that
don't.
one. Okay, good. Because I know I feel like you have a New York print.
I don't.
You don't?
I really
No,
don't.
you do.
No, truthfully,
The
I
map,
don't.
That looks like a little map of a city. You don't have that one? Am I?
That's Ireland.
No, not that one. Like
That's Toronto.
that's Toronto.
We
Okay.
So we started getting prints after our trip. So this is perfect because we never got a New York one.
Well, there you go.
And it's so cutesy. Thank you.
You're welcome. I thought you would like that one.
Thank you for
there were other
thinking of
ones,
me.
but I was like, nah, that's not really Hannah's vibe.
I love New York.
This is more
and I
Hannah's
love
style.
friendship. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And put that right there. Display it.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put it right there.
Okay. There we go.
Cute.
Thank you so much.
You're
for
welcome.
thinking of
New
me.
York was incredible.
I knew you were gonna love it.
It was a different city, a different vibe, a
Isn't
different
there
energy.
just like this energy?
Yeah.
It's like whenever I've been there, I'm just not tired.
And we were not because we walked miles and miles.
Like, yeah, you walk so much and then like the time change and you're like,
Yeah.
I could be out all night.
Yeah.
I don't know what
we,
it is.
We weren't out all night, but boy, were we out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was just a city that I've not experienced a city quite like that.
Yeah. What do you think of the architecture?
Oh, don't get me started on the history and the architecture. That city is so old.
Yeah.
And those buildings, some of those buildings are so old.
Yeah.
And yet it's such a modern city.
Yeah.
Hence the poem Modern Giants, if you listen to last week's episode. But yeah, it was just like, what do you like most about New York?
It's just magic. The food.
Magic. Dude,
The food.
you could walk like in any direction and get good food.
It's so pretty.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just like what is there not to like? The
Right.
people. I don't know. It's like
I did
you have
not-
Central Park and then it's like just
Yeah.
this huge park in the middle of all these beautiful
I know.
buildings and yeah.
Central Park was really cool.
And Broadway and
Broadway was incredible.
it just
I did not encounter a single rodent.
Well, it's unfortunate. I love the little
No, I
subway
think
I
rats.
saw 2 on the subway.
I
They're
think that
so-
you did?
Oh, well, they were on the tracks.
It's my favorite when they're on the tracks and they're like pulling a piece of pizza or like
Yeah,
little
they're just
snackies.
they're just little rodents.
Yeah.
They're just making it work.
They're
Yeah.
surviving out there.
Hey, it's a city that never sleeps.
It's a city, and the rats are not sleeping.
Not sleeping. What's good, my dude?
So much. I haven't seen you.
I know. Tell me.
Okay, I have a lot that's happened, but I don't want this to be the whole episode.
No.
So if I need to save it for next week, we can too.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, my birthday was awesome. I had a great time.
Good.
The birthday party was great. Thanks for
It was
coming
really
before your
great.
awful travel night. I hope
Oh,
it brought you some joy.
we were
did.
so
Think back
happy
on?
to be there.
Yeah. You know what we were thinking when our flight was canceled? We were like, we
Should
could
we just go
have,
back?
we literally could have
We
stayed at
could have
Hannah's
just
party.
stayed at the party.
We could have
man.
watched both movies. We'd
Yeah.
have been fine. So
No, it was really fun. I got a Ninja Creamy, the next thing. Have you
Yes.
heard of Ninja Creamies?
Oh,
Only
I'm
from
so
you.
jealous.
Guys,
what does it do? Tell me what it does.
You need to come over because I've been making protein ice cream every night and it is like,
every night?
yeah, it's so
I was
good.
just telling Cassie about this.
Yeah, it's
Today.
so freaking good. So it's like it's an ice cream maker.
Okay.
You freeze your base, like you have to do it for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And then it's this machine that blends it up. You add additional milk or like whatever
Yeah.
liquid.
And it's easy.
And then it makes it like super creamy,
How long does it take?
like 10 minutes maybe. And you can add in mix-in. So it's kind of like a
Okay.
blizzard or like a
Oh.
McFlurry. And I've really mastered. I'm
Hannah's
not.
putting in
I'm
work.
like not even joking. I make one every night.
Hannah's in the lab. She's concocting.
Like I just use my protein
Yeah,
powder and then
yeah.
you just like freeze it and you can add whatever. Like I've mashed up bananas, done like chocolate banana. I've done like a strawberry ice cream.
Okay.
And I just like muddled strawberries at the bottom and then put vanilla protein in it. And it's so good.
So you're a scientist.
So I'm a scientist and I am like healthy about it.
A food scientist.
scientist.
I've learned today that's her actual job. Food scientist.
We've made like sorbet. Like we did a
Ooh.
mango one that was really bomb.
Okay.
So I'm just having, I'm And tonight I'm gonna go make one when I get home.
Wait, I do want to come over and have some.
No, it's legit. And I bought extra pints, like the tub, so I can like meal prep my ice cream.
Meal prep protein ice cream. You've peaked.
I peaked. It's perfect. So that's been really fun.
Yeah.
That's a new thing in my life.
Yeah.
Third thing, have you heard of the show Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
Yes.
I have heard of it. I don't know the premise.
Have you watched it?
Cassie and I are currently, it's the show that just sits on the TV and is just going on in the background.
Tell me the premise.
It's these wives that live in Utah who are Mormon.
Okay.
Or in some way they identify as Mormon. Some are like more Mormon than the other.
Okay.
But it's like their lives. Like it's almost like a Real Housewives situation, but
Mormons.
They got famous because of TikTok. And there was one girl who you've probably seen a TikTok from her because she was like really big during the like pandemic era. And she got really famous after she and her husband got divorced because of a soft swinging scandal. And it was like they were swinging with other like Mormon couples that were a part of this mom talk group.
Oh, wow.
So she got really big, and then they gave them this show. So it's like all of these like moms that are kind of, I don't even know if they're really friends, but they're like,
I don't know what the deal is, but the main girl, she's such a bad actress. Like it's reality TV, but you just can see that she like tries to force something.
I was going to say reality TV, you don't really have to act, right?
No, well, you gotta have some sort
to be entertaining.
of like entertainment factor.
Yeah.
That's why Love Island is so good because they kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like the drama creates entertainment.
So she doesn't have it.
I don't know. She just, something about her.
Yeah. Are you done with it or are you still?
No, I think we're still going through
Okay.
it. Yeah.
How many, is there like a fixed amount of episodes?
I think it's like 10 episodes.
Okay.
I can't
what
remember.
are you watching it on? Hulu?
Hulu.
Okay.
Or Hulu.
Okay.
It's complete trash, but it's like so, it's just so like there's this one part where they're like listing off like, cause they do like the confessionals.
Yeah.
And then, so there's one girl and they all have these like Utah extensions. Like their hair is like down to their hips.
Utah extensions. Okay.
And they're just like the longest hair ever.
Yeah.
And she's like in her confessional and she's like, yeah, like we can't drink caffeine or alcohol. But one time Whitney and I did ketamine.
Okay.
Like, this is why like I find Mormons so interesting. They're just a bunch of goofballs.
Yeah, they are goofballs. Do they talk about soaking at all?
Yeah, they talk about like the definition of it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I think soaking is so goofy.
It's so goofy. It's just so funny. But it's also so creepy because there's one girl who got married when she was 16 and the guy she got married to was like 29.
Oh yeah.
No.
And they already like, and it's bizarre.
Wait, is that legal?
I don't know.
in
Utah's a different world.
In Mormon land?
In Mormon land. But most of them are like only 24 and they have like 5 kids.
Oh no.
3
It's
to 5
crazy.
kids.
No,
It's
no,
crazy.
No.
But then there's one girl who's my favorite, Demi.
Demi.
And
not Demi.
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 But she got divorced and she's like the most progressive one, I feel. And she got remarried to this Zaddy who's like 50. She's 30. He's like 50.
Okay. But he's still hot.
Yeah. And they're just great together.
Okay. You like them.
Anyway, highly recommend if you're looking just for like
It's just garbage.
just straight up trash.
It's just there's a new trash show
Yeah.
in the cycle. Once one is done, the next one pops up.
I feel like
and
this
right
is
now it's this one.
Yeah, I feel like this is a little bit easier to swallow than like 1,000 episodes of Love Island. So
And it's just so funny because do you know that Sam Smith song that's like, Daddy don't go
Yeah.
So it'll be like, hi, I'm Michaela. Daddy don't go Michaela.
No.
And I'm from Utah. I was born and raised a Mormon. And then she like does a hair flip. And she's
Wait,
like,
so it's fun. It's like comedy.
I don't know. I feel like they're kind of like digging into it because it's like there's only so much you can get from these people.
yeah, I'm McKinley Lee. And
The names alone, I gotta know.
it's just, and they do like a girls trip to Vegas and they go to Chippendales and some of the husbands are like,
Are mad.
oh my gosh, so ick, just ick.
Oh, like controlling?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that.
And one of the girls is like a second cousin to Ben Affleck. Like the Affleck family.
Cool.
Really?
Yeah. And she brings it up all the time. Like, and she's the only one. So like when they're in their confessionals, it will say their name, like Hannah, 20 or 31.
Yeah.
And then for her, but they don't say last name. For her, it's Jen Affleck.
Oh, of course.
They always put.
Of course.
Anyway.
Wow. I might have to.
Really
I might have to partake of that.
Oh man. Anyway, I think that's all my updates. I have made incredible progress on Game of Thrones.
Oh, that's right. Let's give the folks a little update on
One
that.
more episode of season 6.
Okay.
Which I believe is the Battle of the Bastards.
Oh, it's going to be a good one.
Hodor just died.
Oh, Hodor.
Okay, so I have sobbed twice now. Actually, I had to
what
turn
was
it
the
off
first
and
one?
pause.
Oh, really?
When what's his name? Stannis Baratheon killed his daughter.
Oh, that's a really rough one.
Because he has to burn her.
He doesn't have to do anything, Christopher.
No, I'm saying I'm saying he burns her.
Yeah. Yeah, it was awful. Did you not cry then?
No, yeah, of course.
And then when Hodor died.
Yeah.
Because it was like the flashback where he was.
Yeah. Before he lost his mind.
Yeah. Yeah. So
that knocked you out, huh?
That really, last night I was not well. I had to text everybody that I knew that I was going through this journey. And just so everybody knew where I was mentally.
Right.
But it's been really good. I'm so happy that Arya's done with her whatever faceless training.
Oh, you didn't like that?
It got boring. I feel like it was way too long.
That girl who was kind of training her was kind of mean.
Yeah, I was like, can you chill? Like, she's
super
new.
intense.
Like, she's literally new.
Oh, speaking of crying, okay, that scene, I think it's right before she starts her training because she has to put away all her clothes.
Oh, and the sword.
And the sword that Jon gives her. That one got me. Because she has to put it in the water. That one got me.
And Ramsay, he is way worse than Joffrey. Why does nobody talk about him?
I think people talk about him.
I don't know. I kind of liked Ramsay.
What? Oh my God, I have to leave.
There was a part of me.
What was it about him,
I don't
AJ?
know. It was like
the way he chopped off people's penises.
It was I don't know. I like the character and the villainry of Ramsay
more than Joffrey.
Yeah.
Because Joffrey was just like
I'm not talking about like on a person level.
Like I want to hang out with him.
No, like I don't know. I just felt like as a villain,
he was a better villain.
Yeah,
like I was like he's incredible.
Yeah.
He is an incredible villain.
Yeah.
There's nobody else like him I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He's an amazing actor.
He's a good actor.
Like, I don't think anybody else could play that
role. He was a more sophisticated kind of because Joffrey was just like a little like brat.
And the way he like acts, like it's so encompassing, like his smile, every way
it's
he
very
like
manipulative,
delivers everything
is
so
complex character.
Yes,
and I was like,
exactly.
He's one of my favorites because of that.
Yeah.
And just when I think like, no, he wouldn't do that. He does it.
Oh.
I'm like, he would not feed his mom and baby brother to dogs. There's no way. And then he did.
Would. Yeah.
Like insane. Also, what else was I annoyed with? Oh, okay. This is what I'm noticing. How is it that whenever somebody's in danger, someone swoops in right at the last minute to save them?
Who are you? Give me a specific example.
Bran and his friend, the sister, right after Hodor dies.
Yeah.
First of all, that whole situation, they should have not made it out alive. There were like thousands of those little zombie guys, and you're telling me that when they broke down the door, they didn't catch up to them faster? And then right when they start coming...
Was he in his wheelchair?
Yeah, but it was just that girl pulling him. No, it was a sled.
Oh, the sled, yeah.
Yeah. And then you're telling me that right when all of them get to them, this weird rando guy on a horse comes through with a flamethrower and saves them?
Do you know who it is yet?
Yeah, I do.
Who was it?
His uncle?
Yeah, his uncle. Yeah.
But I'm like...
You don't like that?
No, I'm like, he should be dead.
You want more death. Hannah wants, you heard it here first, folks. Hannah wants more death.
I was telling Lorenzo last night, I was like, or just make it more realistic. Like, only bring 30 zombie guys.
Right.
That would make it more realistic.
Yeah, I think also because you get in the beginning of the show, they're just killing people off so quickly.
Yeah.
And so as the show progresses, you're not getting as much of that killing. Right. That like shocked you in the beginning. So yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Wait, were you guys watching live like when Jon Snow died?
I don't think
I was.
Oh, okay.
I think I only watched live when we started living together.
Oh, okay. I was like wondering what it was like to have to wait.
A whole
you know,
season.
like you have to wait.
I didn't sit through that.
Like I was just like, can you imagine just having to be like Jon Snow's dead for like 2 years while they're like filming, you know?
Wait, did he die already?
That would be pretty crazy.
He dies at the last episode of season 5.
And he comes back.
The first episode of season 6.
Yeah.
Which I was like
let it breathe. Let the story breathe a little.
Well, when you're binging, it's like, okay.
I know. So that's why I was like, I bet this was so dramatic.
You're binging, you're like, no! And then the next episode, you go,
Because literally, okay.
He's back.
Watching, Lorenzo watched it live for that.
Yeah.
And so when he died, he was just staring at me, like waiting for my reaction.
Yeah.
But I was like, I already know he's back. And then when he came back, he was like, wasn't that crazy? I was like,
yeah. You mean the 5 minutes in between episodes?
Like, I'm shook that he's alive.
I'm dead.
He has his phone now. He's like,
recording you.
And so how was it?
Oh man,
I love this journey for you.
Daenerys, she just burnt down that Dothraki temple.
Yes,
she killed all the Khals
with all the guys.
And Khals.
I like that.
Khals.
That's a cool scene because she is fireproof.
Yeah,
and so she's just in there.
Yeah, so she has her dragons are big now. They're grown.
They're big boys.
And Tyrion is with her. Who? Oh, Tyrion.
Tyrion, yes.
Tyrion is with her. Who's Tyrion? Did I make that up?
That's what I was like, who?
That's the long lost Lannister. No one talks, honestly, justice for Tyrion.
No one talks enough about Tyrion Lannister.
I think he's had the greatest story arc of the whole show, but no one's talking about it. I'm mad I'm not seeing Marjorie. She's locked up in a cell right now.
Marjorie, my girl.
Well, no, she actually just got free from the religious people.
Okay, no, you're not there yet. Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to ask you questions because I don't want to spoil it for you, but yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, I'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah.
It's been a lot.
People are loving your updates. They can't wait for Hannah's Game of Thrones updates.
And my very last, what's good right now. I went to a Taylor Swift themed drag brunch yesterday, and it was the most incredible experience of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I really wish you decided to come, but you didn't. So
I'm afraid that was a journey you had to take solo.
Next time.
But you were with other people.
No, I was completely alone.
You're lying. No, I was like, no,
Can you
weren't.
imagine just me at a table?
I mean, you could do it.
I would do it. No, it was just really sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next time you have to come.
Okay, next time.
Okay, that's all from me. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Well, it's been real.
This is all stuff I wanted to tell you last week.
Okay.
So
well, I'm glad you did, and I'm glad I was able to give you your gifts finally.
I'm so excited. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, now we're switching notes.
You're not going to ask me?
Oh my gosh, let's get back to
Wow. Hannah we're out of practice is what it is. We haven't recorded in a while. I have a short one. I watched Beetlejuice for the first time. You've seen it.
Yeah.
I feel like you grew up watching it. Not me. Not I. Not this little Christian boy. Would never watch a movie about a demon.
No.
Is he a demon? He is, right?
Technically?
I think he is.
I think it's just dead.
No, I think he's
Not all dead people are
ghost.
demons.
He's the ghost with the most.
So then he's a ghost.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a demon.
Yeah.
Demons have horns.
Yeah. Let's ask,
I don't think he has horns.
Let's ask McKinley. What's her name? Michaela. Your Mormon girls.
Oh. McKinley Lee.
McKinley Lee. That's a crazy name.
That's not a real. I made
Okay.
that up.
All right. Beetlejuice is fun. It's an older movie, but it's got some iconic scenes and lines, and I really enjoyed it. And if I would say for anyone who hasn't seen it, watch it.
Yeah.
And form your own opinion, because I went into it thinking, I probably won't enjoy this. It was the opposite. I think I enjoyed it way more than I thought.
Do you want to see the new one?
I do want to see the new one.
I really want to see the new one.
So, maybe we can go together.
Maybe we do like a spooky
Yeah. A spooky pod?
spooky Beetlejuice pod.
When does it come out?
It's already out.
Oh, it is.
Let's get the gang together.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Text Cassie right
We
now.
have A-list.
We're
It's
A-list.
free.
So I'm really interested in seeing the sequel, because people are saying it's just as good as
I've
the
heard
first one.
mixed things, but
Wait, you're right. I've heard mixed things.
Yeah.
Some people are saying it's just as good. Some people are saying it's not as good.
I don't think it's
But
fair
I don't think anyone has said.
Yeah.
No one has said it's bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just not as good.
Yeah.
But maybe it's wrong to compare.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say and the reason I watch Beetlejuice is because I'm in this, like, we're in the spooky fall season. So I'm like watching cozy. So after Beetlejuice, I watched Sweet Home Alabama. Have you seen that?
I love that.
I forgot
so I can kiss you anytime I want.
Exactly. I forgot how much I like that movie. There's some problematic details, of course, but I feel like all old movies have like those things where they didn't age well.
Yeah.
You know? So if we watched it now, we'd be like, oh, okay, we probably wouldn't do that now. But aside from that, it's such a great film, like a good story and a good cast. And so heartwarming. Like I cry every time, especially the cemetery scene.
Yeah.
So Sweet Home Alabama and Beetlejuice, like those are like, right now it's like the epitome of like right now, this season of like the fall spooky season. It's like you get the cozy rom-coms and then like the spooky, but Beetlejuice wasn't that spooky. But like we did watch a spooky movie yesterday. We watched that new James McAvoy film, Speak No Evil.
Oh yeah.
Where he's like a murderer.
Is it spooky?
It was kind of spooky. It wasn't that spooky though. It was
like a thriller.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we established yesterday that we can't do ghost or demon films.
Yeah.
But I can do serial killers are fine. Or no, that's about it. Serial killer. I could even do like a Saw. You know?
Yeah.
Like the gories.
I kind of like a little monster movie.
You do want a monster movie, but not like a ghost or demon.
No, those are too scary.
That's too scary because it's like real.
Yeah.
It's like too real.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to watch Midsummer. That's what I want to watch.
Oh.
Have you seen it?
Midsommar.
I will not be watching that.
You won't be watching that.
No.
Even if we told you it's not spooky?
That one's crazy.
But I've already read the entire plot.
I haven't seen it, so
I'm not going to watch Hereditary.
No.
Ever.
Oh, no, I won't watch that. That's too scary.
That's too much.
No. Have you seen Signs?
No.
You would like Signs. Signs is not that scary. Signs is like an M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, but everybody knows the plot twist.
I don't know it.
Don't tell Hannah. She's going to watch it. You have to watch Signs.
Okay.
We'll make you a tinfoil hat. Oh, we should have a Signs themed party. That'd be funny. And young Joaquin Phoenix is in there.
I love him.
Yeah.
You know what I watched that was spooky? Halloween Town. I watched it while decorating.
Our favorite?
Yeah. I decorated the house.
You did? You did. Yeah,
Sue me, it's fall.
Sue me. I felt one little breeze and I was like, okay.
Okay, so...
Pumpkins.
Wait, are you in line with the Starbucks calendar? Because you know the PSL comes out.
That's been out, baby.
That's what I'm saying. It comes out.
No, I didn't decorate it.
Don't refer to it as the PSL.
Is that what it's called? Is that an ick?
It came out in August, boo-boo.
So you're not in line with the Starbucks calendar. You're not that crazy.
I let myself...
What's wrong with PSL?
No.
That's what the kids call it.
Can I get a grande PSL?
The way that you just dropped it like so casually.
I thought that's what people called it. That's why I did that. Is that not what people do? Listeners.
McKinley Lee probably does.
I know, she's like,
Actually,
what's the big deal?
She
He's
can't
right.
have caffeine though.
She gets a decaf.
Okay.
I don't even think they do decaf.
No, I don't think they can, but they can drink energy drinks and soda.
How does that make sense?
I don't know.
They will drink a Dr. Pepper
A 44
at like fucking like 5 in the morning.
They'll have the dirty sodas, but they can have caffeine or beer.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Also, if you're wanting to get into the fall mood.
Yeah. And I am.
Carissa, a former MVR.
Oh, Carissa Yeager.
She shared a playlist with me called Meg Ryan Autumn.
Meg Ryan Autumn. Okay.
And it is the best playlist.
Send it to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just cozy.
It's cozy, comfy. That's what I'm trying to, with these films that I'm watching, I'm trying to get into that.
Just trying to manifest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're switching gears.
Speaking of cozy, you might, during this time of year, you might start to feel some seasonal depression. And let's get into it.
Right. We're calling today's episode Our Deepest Insecurities. One more time. Our Deepest Insecurities. That's what we're calling this particular episode.
This episode that you're listening to at this moment.
Yeah. The sound that's going into your ear holes at this very second. It's this episode. We wanted to give you Yeah, just that fall comfort. The next movie I want to watch is Stepmom. So this is going to fit right in. What is that? What is that?
The hand on the picture?
On Stepmom?
Yeah.
Is that what the cover looks like?
I don't know.
I don't know. But if you haven't seen Stepmom, watch that. Let's get into it. We each have a set of our deepest insecurities that we'll go through. We may cry. Feel free to cry along. Because some of these you might relate to.
Yeah. And we're just doing this because, we want to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And we know that.
Well, we want to keep it real.
We want to keep it real.
Yeah.
Things that we struggle with on the daily.
Right.
And
it's not all giggles around here.
And it's helpful to talk about it.
Oh, I think so.
And if we just want to make you know that you're not alone if you're experiencing any of this.
Right. We want to be as relatable as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And what greater way to relate than to talk about what we hate about ourselves? Would you like to kick us off, Hannah?
Sure. Okay.
We don't have to do this.
It's too late.
We're here.
Okay. Wow. I was like, I'll start off with an easy one, but there's no easy ones.
There are no easy ones. Yeah.
All right. Well, actually, I will start out with an easy one. I'm really...
It's okay. This is a safe space. Space.
They're not in any order.
Okay.
So one of my biggest insecurities is my face.
Laughs.
I promise this is a safe space.
Let me explain.
Can you elaborate?
Let me explain.
Yeah.
We've already talked about it when we did our skincare episode.
Yes.
I have struggled with acne.
I'm so sorry.
Don't look up.
I'm so sorry.
Don't look over.
We can be serious about this. We have to.
Yeah. Okay. I have struggled with acne.
Yeah.
And then I also don't like my face because I feel like it's round and my cheeks are really chubby.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like how I look straight on. That's why, like, if I'm doing the pod, I'm like this. And anytime that I look at the camera, I like
at an angle.
No, like if I turn, I'm not gonna do it.
If you're full on, yeah.
But if I turn and I see my full face, I'm like, ugh.
You cringe a little bit.
Yeah. So that's my.
Well, do you have more about appearances? Because I have one specifically about.
I have one more about appearances.
Okay, then. You want to, why don't you say that? Because I have one that's just physical appearance and I will go through some of that.
Okay, so the other one is my body.
Sorry.
You're the worst for this.
No, this is just like a goofy episode. Why did we do this?
It's not goofy,
It's not goofy. Not goofy. I will also laugh when I talk about mine. Okay, go ahead.
My body, which we've talked about. We have a whole episode dedicated to this. But my insecurity with my body has been ongoing since I was like 10. So it's just always something I'm thinking about, that I'm not, I don't have a good body. So I like to hide behind like big clothes. Oh, I forgot to mention with my face, like it's so bad that if people are making direct eye contact with me, I try to cover my face. Like,
who's making direct eye contact?
Like if
with
I'm
you?
talking to somebody, like I'll do something to like cover part of my face.
Interesting.
Like I'll bring up my water bottle, or I'll like yeah. So, but yeah, my body is number 2, and
So physical appearance.
Well,
that's the first one I'm going to talk about is physical appearance, and I've broken it down to more specific things. So, and I will say my first one is also my skin, because I've had, as we talked about, I've had bad skin my whole life, and and I know it's bad because anytime I'm in public and there's like a reflective surface, I won't look at my reflection. And like if I'm in the bathroom, I won't look at my reflection. Like I have to force myself to look at my face because I guess I'm ashamed of the way I look. But most, like if I'm at home, it's different, right? Like I'll look at, because no one's at home, so I'm free to look at myself at home. But if I'm in public, or if I'm like out with friends, like I won't, even at work when I go to the bathroom, I don't look in the mirror. Like I'll wash my hands without looking in the mirror. So, which is, I feel like it's bad. Like there's things to unpack there, but sometimes I will force myself to look at, just to see, cause it's like, I have to train myself to train myself to know that it's okay to look at myself in the eye and in the face and see, like, cause when I do end up looking, I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. That's always my thoughts. Like, oh, okay, it's not like you're not a monster. You're just like, you just have imperfections.
Yeah.
So that's one. My teeth, I always was self-conscious about my teeth. Yeah.
Even now?
No, not now. Cause that's why when my dentist suggested Invisalign, I was like, okay, so you too think that I could benefit from some corrections. And so that's why I am very happy that I did Invisalign, because it helped kind of just like straighten out, like especially my bottom teeth were bad. But that was one thing. And I always would, that was something like if I'm talking, I would do the same thing as when I'm talking to people, like I wouldn't smile with my teeth, or I would try to like not open my mouth around people.
Yeah.
And even still now, I'm like, even though like I did Invisalign and I'm done with it, like even now I'm still thinking like, oh, like your teeth aren't wide enough, or you're not as like, it's not as perfect as other people's. So, cause sometimes I see people with really nice teeth. I'm like, how did you do that? You know? So I'm like, that. And then my hair, which actually, I'm actually feeling myself with my hair right now.
Yeah, it looks great.
It looks awesome.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
But normally,
take that one off the list.
But normally I do feel self-conscious about my hair too, especially because I got a lot of gray hair early. Like I had gray hair in like high school.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I feel like I'm always self-conscious about too, is because like I feel like I'm already older than a lot of like my peers. So like, just like a physical manifestation of that is like, oh, so you are older than everyone, truly. So, but I don't feel old.
No.
And I think I actually am pretty young at heart.
Yeah.
It's just that physical appearance.
Yeah.
Thing. And lastly is also my body, in terms of like, we talked about it in our health and fitness episode, how like I'm always, and I think this is like the root of everything that we're going to talk about, is like, we're always comparing ourselves to others. Right. And I think that's the one thing that I need to learn undo that, or unlearn that thing of comparing myself to others, because it's bad. It's just like it's a recipe for disaster, because my body is not going to look like anyone else's body, you know, like it's people, even though like now that I've been working out more and like training more for the Spartan race coming up, that it's still not going to look like other people's who are like, you know, just DNA is different and like people work out differently. So, I just have to remember that I'm working out for me and for my health, not for anyone else. So
yeah,
there's that. So physical appearance for both of us.
Yeah. Okay. My next one, not being smart enough to contribute to a conversation.
Do you feel that way? All the time. I was just thinking the other day, like Hannah is one of the smartest people I know.
That is completely
no, in terms of like you may not know like book knowledge.
You may not know important things.
No, I'm saying like you're not an encyclopedia, but like I don't expect that from like anyone.
From women.
No.
Your sentence was so rough.
Hang on.
Crazy.
No, what I'm saying is like I don't expect that from any like from just like the average person. I'm not expecting like encyclopedic knowledge. Hang on, let me finish. But from you, I do. How do I dig myself out of this hole? I'm saying like whenever I hear you speak in like a serious conversation, I'm always impressed with what you have to say.
Thanks.
So that's why I'm like, you're actually like a very smart girl.
Thank you.
So like and I'm sad that you feel like you don't have it, because you do. And I often, whenever we have conversations that are more serious, I'm always impressed with your perspective.
Thank you.
And what you have, like the insight that you have, because like not a lot of people would offer that same insight.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Thank you so much for saying that.
Yeah.
I
mean, tell me how you feel.
Yeah, no, I think like this podcast has been really good because I have to talk on it. So it like forces me to like talk about topics and like be okay with maybe not feeling like I have a perfect answer, but like still speaking.
I think, and I often feel this way, that I think you are a better critical thinker than I am, because you have, I don't know, like or maybe it's me. I just don't have. I feel like I have such a shallow range of like of thoughts, and ability to think critically. But you have a much larger pool, I feel like, and maybe that's because what your life experience obviously is different than mine. So
I think what I struggle with is like I attach it so much to like a performance in school, and I know we've like talked about it a lot,
what?
Like how intelligent I am, or if I'm
right.
If I'm able to contribute to a conversation because I was not good at school and like barely made it.
That's what I'm saying. Like your academic performance that's not a, it doesn't say, it's not all of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just think like for so long it was like, that was kind of like the crutch I fell on was, oh, well, I can't do this because X, Y, Z or because of this. And so I think it's taken a lot to like break down those walls that I built up. And I do see improvement. Like I am less scared to talk with people I'm comfortable with. But if I'm in like a group setting or in like a team meeting and they're asking for like ideas, I'm too scared to speak up. When we were in that Bible study, I never spoke because I didn't want to sound stupid.
This is such a departure from, and maybe it's because, like you said, you were comfortable with us in the house. But when we lived together, you had no problem speaking your mind. And oftentimes you were like, you put me in my place and I was wrong and you were right. Yeah. So,
well, again,
I knew a different part of you, I guess.
It was a safe space there. Like I knew you guys weren't going to be like, Hannah, you're a literal idiot. You know what I mean? Like
I knew. You weren't. That's my point. You were not.
But like I felt comfortable.
Yeah.
And it's in those settings where I'm not around people that make me feel safe, where I kind of shut down because I'm afraid to sound stupid.
Well, I hope if this is any encouragement to you, you're often one of the first people that I turn to when I need advice on something. So I hope that you take that.
Thank you.
I hope that's worth something.
It is.
My next one is social status. So like mostly like, I guess money. Cause like, do you ever feel self-conscious when you feel like poor?
Yeah.
So, and this might stem from like childhood stuff because we grew up with not a lot of money. And I just, that feeling, I get it a lot when we go to like really like expensive or hoity-toity kind of places. So like when we're like in South County, and there's like, and everyone around you has money, and then you're just there and you're like, well, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
So, and do you remember that episode of Gilmore Girls where Marty doesn't have cash to pay for dinner? So Logan is like, oh, but he's such a dick about it.
I know.
I got you, bro.
Yeah.
And he didn't have cash on him. So that is the reason, I don't know if I told you this, but that episode like kind of scarred me. And that's the reason why I always have cash on me. Is because I never wanted to be in a position like that, like Marty, where he didn't have cash on him and he looked like a fool in front of all these yuppies, and I don't know why that scarred me, but like, and that's why, and I know people make fun of me. It's like, oh, how come you have like so much cash on you all the time? Because of that. Because I don't want to look like a dummy. Nowadays it's kind of less because like everything is digital,
right.
Like tap or whatever.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Like cashless, whatever. So it's less likely to happen now, but still I'm like, I have cash on me because like, just in case we go into like a cash only establishment.
Yeah.
And usually I am the one with the cash, right? Because no one else.
Yeah, I'm like, we depend on you to cover things. And there's cash.
So, yeah, but yeah, like just like feeling like inadequate in terms of like financially, or, you know, I don't know, like I hate feeling small, you know, when people make you feel small. So that's just one area where it's like, oh, like, you're just like a little broke boy. Right. And I am. Yeah. And I am. Yeah. But like, don't make me feel like it, you know?
Yeah, I totally relate to that. Like, I feel that way if I'm with people that are maybe more like established in their career. We're like going out and we're doing something fancy. And for them, it's like, oh.
Yeah, let me just drop $1,000 on dinner.
And then I'm like,
you're like, let me just.
My eyes twitching.
You're like, let me just I just need to transfer money real quick.
Let me just take out a loan.
Okay, so you feel me.
I do feel you. Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Feeling like I'm behind in life, like specifically with my career, I feel very. And I know before I go into this, I know that this is a very like boomer viewpoint, very like traditional, like expectation of like what you should be as an adult. And I don't like that I have that mindset. Yeah. So I'm really trying to.
Those societal norms that we think, those markers that we're supposed to hit at a certain age.
But it's like, it's irrelevant now.
It doesn't really matter now.
But I do like the thing I hate the most about like family reunions for me.
Oh no.
Is like when I go, because we do like a picnic every year, and it's like I'll go and everyone's like, well, where are you at now? Because I'm always like in between jobs. Like I'm either like I've just switched jobs, I don't have a job, like I'm in a job I don't like, like, and it's just, and then I have all these family members that are like super successful and have been in their fields
for so long
since they graduated college, and I'm just kind of like, well, I'm training at a gym. You know, like I
know that feeling, and I get you. I totally get you.
It's just it's so hard, and I don't like,
because they'll never say anything.
Yeah,
they won't say anything because it's family,
right?
But you get that sense of like, well, wonder what they're thinking about.
Yeah,
little old me.
Yes,
you know?
Yeah, and then like this weird pressure of like, oh, I don't own a house yet. Like not even that like. Well,
people our age should not.
Like, I know, but like
who owns a house?
Again, like societal norms, or like with kids, like we don't have a family yet. You know, like it's just all these things that I think about all the time. But I think career is always one, just because I am not really doing anything stable. Or like I went and got a degree. Am I using it? No. Am I?
You have a degree in business. Yeah. And are you in a business? Yes, you are.
I'm really trying to work on like when people, because right now it's been I love working at F45 and it's been so fun. And I'm like, when I first started, I kept saying like, oh, I'm in between jobs. And I've been trying to like change that, because like, no, I have a job. Like I'm working, I'm making money. I can say that I'm a trainer at a gym.
I think that you could do way worse than a trainer at a gym. Yeah. You know?
But not even like I'm just saying like,
there's nothing.
It's like, I don't know why I equate like success to like an office job.
I think
I don't know. Yeah. Like anything. I don't know. It's so weird, but I don't want that life. Like I hate.
You don't. Trust me.
I hate working.
I'm in that right now.
I like hate working in an office. I hate the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
But for some reason, that's like the gold.
Am
I making sense? No, I don't know.
No, you're absolutely right. And I think it's because of the societal norms that were ingrained in us when we were growing up.
Yeah.
We're not so, I'm older than you, but I feel like we were raised in the same kind of generation where it's like, hey, if you're not hitting these certain markers, if you don't have a house by this age, or if you're not working at like this high, earning career by this age, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So I get that, but I don't, again, like you said, we're in this modern age, it really doesn't apply anymore.
Yeah. And honestly, who wants that?
I don't.
I know.
I every day I wake up, I'm like, why do I work a 9 to 5?
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah.
It's because I have to. It's because I'm poor. Poor people have to work.
What I'm like noticing as we're going through these, it's like part of my brain recognizes how silly
Mm-hmm.
they are, and then the other part like can't shake it. Though.
Yeah.
Like it's
And
weird.
I think that's part of like unlearning some of that stuff that we were taught when we were kids. And yeah, I mean, it shapes who we are.
Yeah.
And it's up to us we don't want it to like linger in our, like for our, like, I don't want to keep thinking like this, in the future. Like I want to love myself and I want to love life and I want to be able to feel accomplished no matter what I do. So I think, you're right. We have to shake off some of that.
Do you want to know something really depressing?
Yes, I do.
Whenever I so specifically after this last family picnic, I left and was like feeling so low because it was like right when I had left my other job. I had nothing lined up.
Oh, you weren't a trainer yet?
No, I had nothing lined up. And I was with everybody who's doing awesome things. And I like
Shyla's a doctor.
I know. And then I got home and I always play Right Where You Left Me by Taylor Swift. And I
Wait, as soon as you get home?
So if you need to listen to a really great song, it's about everybody moving on and you're just here.
Oh.
Anyway.
But you're not.
Okay.
You're not. And if for one thing, you've got like, I don't think everyone can say that they have a loving husband who supports them.
That's very true. I'm a gold digger right now.
So it's like, that's what I'm saying. This like weird comparison. It's like, you comparing yourself to like a single woman is like nothing good comes from it.
Right.
It's like no one should be, just everyone do your own thing and mind your own business.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And like, let's throw all these societal norms away and let's like forge a new, because ultimately you're writing your own story, right? And no one's going to write the story for you. So you can write it however you want.
Yeah.
You can write whatever kind of story you want. And for people to judge you for writing your own story, I think it's so silly.
Yeah. Because you know what? Those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind.
Exactly. Piggybacking off of you.
Catapulting, backhand
triple
spring.
axling off of you. My job. The same thing. It's exactly what you said.
What have you been?
Exactly. It's this idea of, you've been at this company for so long. Aren't you like, you haven't promoted yet? Or like you're not in charge of people yet? It's like same thing. It's everything you just said. Just tied into like that, that social status thing where it's like, because often like money goes hand in hand with like prestige, right? Like what kind of position are you in? And are you making, X amount of dollars every year or whatever? So it's all kind of tied in. And I think everything you just said, why do we feel like we have to conform to this thing?
Right.
That maybe applied in the past.
Yeah.
Like 30 years ago.
Right.
But like we're living in a different economy, a different world.
A gig economy.
A gig economy.
I just learned about that.
So like a lot of this stuff that our parents grew up with, it really doesn't apply. Like who's going to buy I think my mom bought the place for like what, like $200,000? Yeah. I'm like, where are you getting a $200,000 in like the middle of the desert?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you could, but like now it's just so unrealistic. Like we just live in a different world now. So what our parents accomplished with what, cause they're like, oh, like when I was your age, I had blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, that was like 50 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So I get that. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. My last one is kind of vague, but feeling like.
Oh wait, you have only one more?
Yeah.
Wait, let me go again.
Because I combined my.
Oh, that's right. Let me go because I have two more.
Okay.
My second to last one, masculinity.
Ooh.
And I've always been self-conscious and insecure about this because often, and like when I'm with a bunch of dudes, I have to turn the testosterone. Wait.
You're like the Wolf of Wall Street.
No, I tell you, every time I'm hanging out with just like predominantly men, I'm like, I get into character and I'm like, "Suh, dude. Like,
"Suh, dude."
I like have to get into character because often,
hey, what's up?
Often I find myself not, and I don't even want to say like, because I don't know, just like, I feel like when I'm hanging out with other men, it's like they exude a certain energy that I can match. It's just like, I don't naturally match it. So it's like, I have to like hype myself. If it's like sports, I'm like, yeah, like, and I love sports.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't love sports as much as like maybe other guys do. So I'm like, I can talk the talk, but I have to just like, I have to be hyper aware of like, okay, what are they talking about now? And like, I just kind of have to go with the flow. And and if I'm hanging out with like men that I know, that I'm comfortable with, it's a little easier because it's like, oh, it's just like hanging out with the guys, right?
Yeah.
But if it's like other men that I am not as comfortable with, I have to make sure that I'm, what do they call it? Code switching or, not that it's weird calling it that because I am a dude.
No,
so like,
yeah.
you know
no,
what I'm
I
saying?
get what you're saying.
Like I am,
it's almost like you're putting on a fate, like a.
Yeah, like it's
just,
like I have to put on this like hyper masculinity.
Yeah.
To like, because I don't know why, because I'm sure I don't have to.
Right.
But it's just like that pressure of like, if I'm with other guys, it's like I have to act this way. Which is not so much, I guess it's not so much a departure from who I really am, but it is kind of, because it's like, because I like all of those things that guys like, that, most guys like, but also I'm like, no one's going to talk about their feelings. No one's going to talk about musicals.
Right.
No one's going to say their favorite movie is The Sound of Music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like stuff like that where, and I feel even bad saying like I'm hiding a part of myself, which I'm not. Because if I get comfortable enough, I'll share those things.
Yeah.
But I guess right out the gate, if I don't know you, I will put on like the other side of me.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if you relate to this at all with the women or
no, but
maybe not.
I get what you're saying of like, if I'm meeting someone new, I'm not going to be almost like the real version of me. I am going to put on like,
you put on a little bit of a show.
Yeah. So I get that.
If there's one thing we love putting on a show.
I'm going to bring out Stacey from Chase if I'm meeting someone.
So that's one thing. And I hate that I do that, but I don't know. Again, so it goes back to those societal norms where it's like, if you're with the guys, you just like, give me beer. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or is it me? Maybe
that's not all we do.
Maybe
we don't only just do beer.
Maybe it's me. Maybe I have to shift my lens and my perspective so that I can be, maybe I'm viewing men in that way, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that's my fault.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure, like you said, like not all men are like, but I mean, I don't know. I guess I have to test the.
I know.
Maybe I can't
really speak to it because I'm not a man.
Yeah, but you live with all men.
Yeah, but I don't act more manly around them.
No,
Wait,
you
what
don't.
do you?
You don't.
Like I walk in and I'm like, hey.
Yeah. You could say you're just one of the boys.
You could say.
Okay, go.
Okay, my last one is feeling like I'm not good enough. Which
just in general, this is what this whole episode is.
No, like as a friend, as a wife, as a daughter.
Okay.
Like relationally, like I'm not good enough.
You're saying in like connection with others.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
like other humans.
Yeah. So that then makes me feel like I don't deserve like the quality of relationships
you don't deserve
I have.
Those.
And also like it leaves me like constantly seeking validation from others, which I think can get.
That's kind of deep, bro. That's actually kind of deep. Not to put you on the spot, but no, that's like, I get you.
Yeah.
I get
like just constantly checking in and making sure like you're not mad at me. Am I doing okay?
Is your love language words of affirmation?
Yeah.
Okay. So you need that like external.
Yeah, but I think there's like.
There's other ways that maybe.
Well, no, I just think I shouldn't be feeling like I have to ask.
No, right. I got you.
Yeah.
And you never ask, do you? I never hear you say.
Maybe not with you.
Do you ask people for validation?
Yeah.
I have never heard you once ask for validation.
It's just with Lorenzo.
Well, that's your husband.
Just
that's
like I'm always
different.
like, are you mad at me? Like, do you love me?
Oh.
Like, whereas like,
well, I'll say that.
Yeah.
You know, I hate that feeling of like someone is mad at me or.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I always feel like I'm falling short.
Mm-hmm.
In relationships, and that
do you are there ways that people tell you like, oh, look, I'm good, I'm doing okay, but without you asking? I'm saying, like, do people naturally say like, oh, like Hannah's a good friend or Hannah's whatever?
Yeah. I think I just don't know if I believe it.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's something we can unpack later. So even if I said right now, remember I literally said this to you yesterday. You're like, what did I say to you?
Well, I don't remember.
I said what did the text?
Did we talk yesterday?
Yes. I texted you and I said, what did I say? I said something like, you're one of my favorite people or something.
I can't find it. Are you watching the Emmys?
We might have to scroll way back.
Are you sure you said it?
Oh gosh, what if I didn't say it?
Maybe you thought it, but you just didn't send it.
I remember. It was
What?
when you texted me about what you've been thinking about.
What did I say?
It's farther back because we text a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But I feel like
you said something.
I said something.
No, you said something
nice
like
because I felt, and I wasn't saying it just to say it. I said it genuinely thinking like, you're one of the people that I go to for, just for encouragement and advice. And I think you're good at that. You're good at, like kind of encouraging and edifying people. So I don't know. I just wish I wish you saw yourself the way people see you.
Thank you. I wish that.
I wish that for myself too.
Well, I also think it's a little heightened right now because
you're on your period?
No, not. But this is what we were talking about is like kind of this like shedding of some friendships recently.
It's
kind of like a season of change.
Of purging.
No, not
Not
that
purging.
sounds mean. But you know what I mean? Like
No,
there's been a lot of change.
I think this last year we've grown a lot.
Yeah.
And just in like different various like relationships, right? With friends or whatever, and things have shifted and changed.
Yeah.
And
So it's just been like with like reflecting on that and thinking like, is it me? Am I the root cause of these?
I think that all the time about myself.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
Like, am I the broken one? And most of the time, it is me.
I don't know.
I think that all the time.
I think everyone's broken, and I think I don't know, but So
there's just lately, and I don't know why. Lately, I've been like feeling like, oh, I wonder if people actually like me, or is it all? But the way I get myself out of it is like, what's the opposite of that? Like people, if they don't really like you, what they just like. They pretend?
Why would
anyone pretend?
Yeah.
That's so exhausting.
Yeah.
Or unless they just have to put up with you because they can't get rid of you.
Right.
Which is not a great thought for myself. But hopefully it's not that.
No.
Hopefully people are genuinely enjoying my company.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, hey, sorry. Not sorry about it.
This is real. This is me.
Yeah. My last one is singleness.
Oh.
And not that it's not always on my mind, but it is something that I do get insecure about especially when the majority of my friends are coupled and the majority of my family is coupled. So it's like, it doesn't usually bother me, but it is something just kind of sits at the back of my life. Oh, wonder how this dynamic would change if I had a partner,
Yeah.
So, and that's why we did Hinge.
Mm-hmm.
And
you're getting married.
And actually, I'm getting married tomorrow. Yeah, you're right. I found the one. No, but just that. I think we, as humans, we want. I think this is my opinion. Is like everyone wants to belong to something, right? And that's why these insecurities are. It's like it makes you feel like you don't belong, right? Because these are like inadequacies or like things that you don't think you're doing well, as well as other people. So it kind of makes you feel like left out or like you're the odd one out, right? So I think that's what therapy is for. It's like it's helping you unlearn some of these things so that if you are the only single one at the table, that doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It just means like, okay, you're single.
Yeah.
And what,
Yeah.
So So yeah, it's just a lot of unlearning and retraining your brain.
It's also like, I mean, with all the things we talked about today, I'm like, it's all just assuming that people are thinking these things.
Right.
Like, nobody is sitting at this table only thinking about Kris being single.
Right. 100%.
You know what I mean?
We are always hyper focused on ourselves.
Yes.
We're thinking about ourselves 10 times more than anyone else. Right. So no one's thinking like, man, Hannah.
Look at that pimple on her chin. Like, you know what I mean?
No one's thinking that.
Like, I'm in my head.
Yes, 100%.
So it's just, it's crazy.
It goes back to that. I feel like there was a social exercise where it's like, where you ask your family and friends to describe you, and they never, ever address even remotely the things that you think about yourself, right? They'll never say they'll never talk about Hannah's weight. They'll never talk about Hannah's anything physical. They're always going to talk about like her personality, whatever, right? So it's like those things that we dwell on. People are not even, they've got their own stuff going on.
Yes, exactly.
You know? So no one's thinking about us the way we're thinking about us.
Right. And I think that I try to put, whenever I'm starting to feel really low, I'm like, that's the perspective I try to put myself in. Is like with my family, they're not asking me about what I'm doing to judge me. They just want a life
Exactly.
update.
They're not like, oh, you're not a CEO at a $1 billion company, you loser.
Exactly.
No one's
like,
thinking that.
It's just, when you step back and realize like, we're all just humans that have a lot of shit that we're dealing with, and we're all just trying to make it through.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think that
we are hard on ourselves.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think we are our biggest critics.
Yes.
Are like our harshest critics are ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, imagine me not being able to look at myself in the mirror. I think that's so sad.
I relate
like, why?
to that too. I know. When you said that, I was like, I can't even remember the last time I looked in the mirror and was like, you look so good today.
Yeah.
I can't even remember.
I am the same way.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, except for my hair, because I feel like my hair looks awesome.
Hair's killing it. Killing it.
Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, I did. So I didn't want to leave.
Need that.
Yeah. We need to be kind to ourselves and practice self-love every day.
Yeah.
Accepting your insecurities. So just realizing like, I'm not going to have
that I think I've said this before.
Skin. Yeah.
That sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, hey, this is just as good as it's going to get.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, that you got to work with what you got.
Yes.
So
and this next one is one thing I've been trying to do is challenging negative thoughts. Like,
ooh, what does that mean?
Like if I don't know, if I'm like walking around and I am starting to feel self-conscious about what I'm wearing or how it looks on my body, I'll like try to like, if that thought like enters my mind, I'm like there at the front lines, like, okay, why are you coming into my brain?
Yeah.
What is it that's making you feel this way?
Okay.
Is it because you're walking in front of a group of people? Is it because, like, what are you feeling? Like trying to like
a self-check, a self-assessment.
And it ends up usually being like, oh, I walked by this group of people and I thought they were looking at me funny.
Okay.
But it's like, okay, you have no way to prove that.
Right.
Yeah. So challenging those negative thoughts when they come in.
I like that.
Focusing on the positivity. A lot of people were saying like, thinking about things you're grateful for, like the things that you have and the things
I really want to get into the practice of that.
Should we do gratitude journals?
Yeah. I mean, maybe not exactly, but like I want to get into this habit of every night when I go to bed, I just want to like list some things that I'm grateful for. And I think that will boost, some of these things that we're talking about is to be grateful for what we have.
Yeah.
And oftentimes I think we're not grateful enough. And that's why we find ourselves, kind of down in the dumpster going the opposite way because we're not seeing what's in front of us and what we have. We're not thankful for it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Maybe a gratitude journal would help.
And then lastly, surrounding yourself with people that are encouraging. So, which I think we're doing pretty good at.
Yeah. Well, at least in this room.
But yeah, while we're being vulnerable, I do have an announcement to make.
You're pregnant.
No, definitely not. But I had to make a decision that was really hard for me. But I did decide to defer my registration for the Long Beach half marathon to next year. So I will not be running it in October. And I just felt like I had to announce it since it's been such a big story on our pod.
But I didn't know that. What was the reason?
I have not been training as hard as I should be. Mentally, I'm just like not really
when
in
was
it.
the marathon supposed to be?
October 6th.
Oh, that's coming up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, I can do it and then risk injury.
Yeah.
Or just like
a half marathon, right?
Yeah, or just like defer it and just come back stronger next year.
Yeah.
So that's what I decided to do.
Is it always in October?
Yeah.
Okay, so next October.
Yeah. I think this summer there was a lot of transitions and my job is really physical now, so it was really hard for me to find time to run.
To have the energy to train.
So I'm really sad and I was feeling really shitty about it.
Yeah. No.
But I think in the long run.
I think in the long run that's probably the wisest because you don't want to injure yourself.
Yeah.
And if you don't feel like you're in a good place, I don't think you should. You shouldn't force it is what I'm saying.
So sorry to let everyone down.
You didn't. I don't think.
But we can still do brunch on the 6th.
Wait, did we have a plan even? I forgot that you were doing that.
Yeah, we were gonna have a plan.
Okay. I don't think the roomies didn't know.
It's not needed anymore.
Oh my God.
Why do I feel like I'm an athlete at like a press conference?
Yeah. You're dumb. That's fine.
But 2025?
2025. Well, let's talk about one thing we are doing. And that's happening in 5 days.
Yeah. That was another thing that came to play. I was like, I'm going to do a Spartan and then 2 weekends later I'm running a half marathon.
Yeah. So when this episode drops on Friday, the following day will be our Spartan race.
Yeah.
And I will say I don't know that I'm ready.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready.
I don't know that I've trained adequately.
Yeah.
We have been training.
Yeah.
And we've tried kind of prepping. AJ's going to do it too. And we've all been kind of prepping our bodies for this.
Mm-hmm. But
I'm hoping that when we get there, we're going to feel like it's not as hard as we think it is going to be. That's my hope. You're not
I don't
sharing
think that's
that.
How it's going to be.
You don't think we're going to go and just crush it?
I think we might crush it, but I think it's going to be very challenging.
Because
it's not just running a 5K. It's stadiums.
It's other stadiums and it's other obstacles.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just have this sense of
I think when you do races, you get so much adrenaline pumping through you.
Yeah.
Like goes by really fast. I think we're gonna have a blast.
Right.
But I think we'll crush it. I just think we're gonna
feel it.
We're gonna feel it. Yeah.
Well, we'll do a whole recap of the Spartan race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
No. No! I wasn't trying to hold your hand. I was gesturing toward the bell for you to ring. But we can if you want to.
The moment's ruined.
I thought you were trying to comfort me. Okay.
You might be the devil.
I was gesturing toward the bell.
Just end it.
Okay, hold on. Wait, before we end this reminds me of when we were in New York and we were walking on the street and there was somebody who appeared to be a little crazy.
That's not what happened.
Okay, so there's somebody who appeared to be a little crazy and we're in a group. Cassie and Christopher are in the front. We're having to go into single file and Christopher pushes Cassie into the front towards
I did not push her.
Christopher.
Okay, he basically put his hand on her back.
We were walking on a crowded street and the path was narrowing. So I didn't, instead of like competing with Cassie, I let her go first.
Right next to the crazy man.
That was not my intention. I just generally, when the path narrows like that, I always let the other person go first.
You didn't think like, oh, crazy.
I didn't connect because he was walking off. He was
right next to us. We were walking faster than him.
Okay, we were walking faster than him, apparently.
Chris.
I did not willfully put anyone in danger. I may have subconsciously put someone in danger, but not willfully, not knowingly. I'm ringing this bell.
Yeah, we need to end this. I'm embarrassed and I want to go home.
Let the record show that I was not But I will. I will.
That was my
you.
wife.
I was talking about holding Hannah's hand.
Yeah,
go get him.
His shirt was off and everything, and it was.
He wasn't bothering us. He was just kind of in the area.
You're good, Cassie? Okay, bye.
Anyway, roomies, thank you for joining us on this. Hey, if you felt heavy during this episode,
sorry.
I will say, lean into that heaviness and process through it. We all have to process through it. So, I feel like that's the only healthy way to face our demons is to face them head on.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're hiding or running from forever.
Yeah.
That's no way to live.
Let us know if you relate to any of these.
Yeah. Give us a DM or an email.
And roomies, if you just need someone to hold your hand, like, I'm here. Kris isn't.
I will hold your hand. That's not. Why you gotta ruin a moment? Why you gotta ruin this?
You ruined it.
Follow us on the socials. We gotta get out of here. We have to get out of here. Our next episode is our 1 year, our 52nd episode in a row.
Yeah, we gotta tell you what we're gonna do.
Who's
AJ?
we? Yeah. Oh, AJ.
No, we got to plan it. So yeah, we got to talk.
Yeah.
So tune in next time for our 1 year anniversary episode. It will be
wild,
different. All right. Until next time, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
Bye.